Hey guys, welcome back to the Lovin Dubai show. Today we spoke about toll gates, a tragic accident, breeding farms in Abu Dhabi, and the stunning Real Housewives of Dubai star Saba Yussouf on the show.
And so if you are not subscribed to the Lovin Dubai show podcast, subscribe wherever you get your podcasts from and enjoy the show.
Good morning, Dubai. Happy Thursday. Welcome back to the Lovin Dubai show, where we go through the top trending stories that everyone across Dubai is talking about. Two Salik toll gates are set to ease traffic this year.
As well, tragic vehicle rollover on Dubai highway claims students' life, injures 11.
We're also speaking about the iconic Novo cinema location has shut down and people aren't happy about it.
Of course, it is the end of an era, and as well, 9 dogs found in a breeding farm and need new homes.
This is the saddest story I saw this week for sure. Also, on a lighter note, we're so excited to welcome Real Housewives of Dubai star Saba Yussouf. Later on in the show, we're talking all things drama, $1 million nuptials, and business success.
It's 327 days since the genocide continued in Gaza on October 7. The current death toll stands at 40,534. The number of injured people is 93,778, and as well 1.9 million people have been displaced from their homes ever since.
In today's rapid weather report, it feels like another weather dip. Am I wrong? Highs of 39 degrees today. Expected humidity is at 62%. Before we jump into all of this, Justin and Hailey Bieber are being praised for their baby name.
I agree with you, because you know what? Everyone expected Justin and Hailey to have the weirdest baby name.
It was going viral. I saw a TikTok that I was so invested in.
They thought it was going to be Plum.
Right, so it was this girl going through, she was like, I know what the baby's going to be because Hailey posted this photo and then I made this comment and then she deleted the comment, and everyone was invested in the fact that it was going to be Plum Bieber, or assuming it was going to be something wild and extraordinary, but they've gone...
normal.
They've gone normal.
They've gone normal, and honestly, this is what shocked a lot of people, because, like, as you said, people were expecting specifically Hailey and Justin to have like the weirdest baby name, and they were even expecting Hailey to have a girl, because Hailey was like throwing some, like, I don't know, hints here and there, and people would be like, oh yeah, I know she's having a girl.
You know what though, hints are there when you want to see them. Like if someone says she's having a girl, and then you know that whole like friends and moms if you're praying like, oh, the bump is sitting there, it's definitely a girl. Or like, oh, you've got cravings for lemon on a Tuesday, so it's definitely a boy. You know what I mean?
I know, but these are old wives' tales. And TikTok and this generation, they are the definition of delusional, because like they think that they have everything figured out. They think that, you know what, they just know it all. And I would say like TikToks of like, you know, sorry to cut you off, but like I would say TikToks of like literally a girl that's like a 16-year-old having a full-on breakdown of why Hailey Bieber is having a girl and why is Hailey Bieber naming her daughter this name.
And have you ever watched one of these videos and believed it? Because I have.
Of course.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I was convinced this baby was going to be called Plum, and I was so excited for the Plum announcement.
Literally, me too. I thought I was like, in my brain, I genuinely thought that, you know what, they're having a girl, because like Hailey would have pink bows of pink bow emojis everywhere, and people would be like, oh yeah, she's definitely telling us that it's a girl. Well, it is a girl. And I was like, oh, they're having a girl, that's so cute. And yeah, it turns out and then it's like we only found out that it's not a girl through the Instagram. And by the way, shout out to Hailey Bieber, because if I was Hailey Bieber, I would be like on Instagram, by the way guys, I'm having a boy and I am naming him this. What do you guys, I would be like
in advance?
Oh yeah, I don't think I can keep good news to myself.
But maybe they didn't know. Number one. And I think names wise, I think you just have to go for it. Like you can't imagine, even I've got advice before, you know, if you've got something big coming up, don't ask people for their opinions, because people will give you their opinions whether you want them or not. So could you imagine, first of all, I think it's a little bit tempting fate announcing a baby's name before it's born. I don't think that's a great idea. So I think they did what everyone does, which is, how else do you tell your friends anything? You put a little announcement on Instagram, and then you're done.
That is
like,
true.
This is the name, this is when it was born, family's doing well, and everyone says,
however,
well done.
You know what? Let's talk about the other weird celebrity names. Like, I'm sorry, I don't want to call anyone out. I really don't want to call anyone out. But what goes through their minds when someone calls his son XAEAXII? Elon, what's going on?
I think when you're a celebrity, you can do what you want.
Yeah, you can do what you want.
You can do what you want.
I know, but like they're human. And the thing is, like, they come and ask for like human treatment, and then it's like they name their babies the most.
Whose baby was that?
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk.
Or Apple.
Apple.
Someone called their...
Yeah, Chris Martin, Gwyneth Paltrow, Apple.
Literally, it's like Apple?
It becomes, I think they were one of the starters of the unique baby names back in the day. Maybe it was 10, 15 years ago. And over time, I think we've become desensitized to the unique baby names.
Well, explain to me Pilot. What's that?
I can't explain it.
I'm sorry, like, it's like, oh yeah, I named you Pilot, so you're going to be a pilot.
But why do we have to conform? I like playing devil's advocate. Why do we have to conform to what society says is a normal name? I like that celebrities have the I can do whatever I want attitude, and why should our opinion of that name matter? Because it doesn't.
So you want to tell me that if I love cinnamon, I will call my daughter Cinnamon?
Beautiful name. What? But who's to say it's beautiful? Who cares? I would love my child to grow up with that mentality, that attitude. However, my sister called what is normal? My sister called my niece. The plan was for her to be Alexa. Her full name, Alexandra. However, because Alexa had just come out in school.
Okay.
And then it was like, Alexa, pick up my pen. So she was nervous of that bullying. So of course you have to take the child into consideration. But maybe let's not judge and live in a world where allow people to name their babies.
I mean, I agree. Look, I'm not gonna judge, wink, you guys. But just like, I don't know, like for me, I would just like go for like a very basic, normal name. When I get right.
Who wants basic? Okay, speaking of not basic is our opinion on the next news, jumping into our top story of today. Announced earlier this year, drivers got the unexpected news that 2 new Salik gates would open in Dubai this November, taking the number of tolls in the city from 8 to 10. The new gates are expected to be operational by the end of November, one at the Business Bay crossing on Al Khail Road and Al Safa South on Sheikh Zayed Road, positioned between Al Maidan Street and Al Shif Street.
Well, Salik Company, Dubai's exclusive toll gate operator, has announced that the combined valuation of the 2 new toll gates at Business Bay and Al Safa South Road, deeming at the Business Bay gate, is going to be valued at 2,265 million dirhams. It's not like a small name, so to be one of the busiest.
So no doubt when it's opened, that will be the case. These additions aim to optimize traffic flow, basically by redirecting vehicles to routes with higher capacity, thereby alleviating congestion, meaning hopefully less traffic on the road. So maybe costing you more to get to work, but you'll get there quicker. So RTA has conducted detailed traffic impact studies to ensure that the placement of each gate aligns with its strategic goals for traffic management optimization. So take note. What I like about the tolls is that yes, you're paying for them, but at least you don't know they're there. Like in Ireland on a highway, you come up to a toll gate. Well, because you have to stop.
Yeah. Oh.
And the car comes to a halt. I think it's across Europe, so it's not these fancy systems where it, like either way, would rather they're not there. But if it is going to be there, at least I don't even know I'm passing through it until the car beeps or whatever. Like in Ireland, you stop, and I was driving this summer, and you have to get your phone out and you have to pay for it.
Oh, that is like...
I think, there is a fast track pass.
Okay.
But for the, I don't know, I guess my car wasn't set up, so you have to either have the, and then I was like, oh my God, I don't have the cash, because growing up you always had to have the coins, but now they accept phones. But still, the car stops and it slows down traffic. At least this will improve traffic flow, and the people who choose not to pay for it, they'll go elsewhere. Salik makes money.
And everyone's happy. Well, I always have this like idea that, you know what, you might be paying more for Salik. However, you are paying the cost of, let's say, like 10 minutes extra on the road.
That's the thing. And what is it worth for you?
Exactly. Like if you're late to work, and you like, and there is like a Salik, like, you know, I don't know, a Salik route, go for it. It's just 4 dirhams.
Well, I was just thinking because we were like, it's just 4 dirhams, so 4 dirhams multiplied by 2 multiplied by 5 equals.
And multiplied it as well by 30 or 31 days. Let's see, like how much would it cost
So it's 8 dirham a day multiplied by 5. It's 40 dirham a week.
Times
4
times 4.
That's 160 dirham a month.
Okay, times.
Someone help us out here. 160 dirham a month times 12 months in a year.
I mean,
that is not the correct math for that.
It is a proper expense, like honestly. Like,
it's definitely an expense that you'll start adding up and thinking about for sure.
Just live close to where you live, to where you work.
Yeah. Take Farah and Mai's advice. We live 600 meters. We can walk, and if the rain comes, we'll still be able to make it. Let's jump into our next story.
Well, of course, I would like to first of all clarify that this story is only to raise awareness because a tragic vehicle rollover on Dubai highway claims students' life and as well injures 11. A tragic vehicle rollover on the Hatta Al Habab road has resulted in the death of a student and left 11 others injured. According to the Dubai police, the accident was caused by speeding, negligence and as well lack of attention by the driver.
Major General Saif Muhair Al-Marzoui, Acting Commandant Assistant for Operations and Affairs, stated what happened. He said the driver lost control of the vehicle, swerved suddenly and collided with a metal barrier, causing the car to overturn on the road and into a sandy area.
The student tragically lost their life while the other 11 passengers were injured and rushed to the hospital for treatment. Now, His Excellency Major General Expert Khalil Brahim Al-Mansouri, Acting Commander-in-Chief of Dubai Police, emphasized the importance of parents ensuring their children's safety during transportation to and from school or even college.
He also urged all drivers to exercise caution, get adequate rest before driving, avoid distractions and prioritize safety to prevent such tragic accidents from occurring.
Of course, our thoughts and prayers are with the family and friends of the student who lost their life, as well as those recovering from these injuries. Please let this serve as a reminder to all drivers to prioritize safety on the roads and never compromise when it comes to well-being of themselves and others. And I like, the thing is, my dad all the time tells me it takes 1 second, a split second to lose your life and as well potentially harm others. And of course, no one would want that. And just like, if you're tired, if you feel like there is a slight chance of maybe not having the ability to drive well in a proper manner, just like don't drive and maybe ask for a ride, take a cab. We have public transportation all around, so.
Yeah, I'll just reiterate what you said, which is that our thoughts and prayers are with the family at this sad, sad time, and let that serve as a stark reminder to the rest of us on the roads.
Well, speaking of sad, this iconic Novo cinema location shuts its doors for good. Now, the iconic Novo cinema location at Ibn Battuta Mall has permanently closed its doors, marking the end of an era. For years, this Novo cinema location situated in China Court's section of the mall, in Ibn Battuta Mall, has been a beloved destination for movie enthusiasts.
However, we spotted that the cinema removed this location from its official website, confirming the permanent closure of this beloved location. For many, the cinema held cherished memories like date nights, family outings, and just hanging out with friends.
Well, although this particular location is no more, Novo Cinema continues to operate in various other malls throughout Dubai, ensuring that the love for movies remains alive. And, well... Can
you remember going, like, your first trip to the cinema or your first, like, big cinema experience when you were growing up?
Of course.
Yeah, isn't that interesting?
I never forget it. What is, like, if you can share with me your first memory of going to the cinema in Dubai? Your first experience in Dubai.
Oh, I can't remember Dubai.
Okay.
I moved to Abu Dhabi first, so I guess, I can't remember Dubai. I just remember my first experience growing up, right? So it was when because we had like a small 2-screen cinema in my town, and it was pretty basic. But when the Titanic was premiering, I think I was like 8 or 9 years old, big movie, and they decided to premiere, and it was like really hard to get tickets, but for some way, like my siblings and I managed to get into this premiere, not on a Dubai scale, but they went all out. There was probably like popcorn in the foyer, and it's just a really like, that's movie, like what a great dramatic movie to see on the big screen. That's what I remember.
That is so cute. Do you still go to movies?
I'm not I don't go as much anymore, to be honest. But if there's something big, like if the Titanic came out, like something that you want to see on a big screen, I think that's what I go to the cinema for, to get that kind of surround sound, big screen experience. What about you?
I mean, I remember when I was like younger, every Friday, because like back then, you remember how like Friday used to be the Saturday that's like right now? Like we had like the weekend, Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday we'd get back to school. Every Friday, my dad would take us all, like me, my mom, my sister, to the movies, and like we would like get like popcorn and watch a movie, and then we would go over to it used to be a vibe. And I remember as well, Novo cinemas in Batuta, so I'm like, that's sad.
This is the thing. I think everyone just feels like it's an end of an era, and I guess it's business decisions, and I have no doubt what's coming in future will be, bigger, interesting, exciting, like flashing lights, whatever it might be. I know that mall will put that space to incredible use, but you do feel like it's an end of an era when something that you went to for those, family evenings out closed down. Literally. And that's the sense that we're getting from the comments. It's the end of an era. What is not the end of an era? Get ready to level up your swag game, because the latest Lovin merch drop is here. Get your hands on the new Lovin Life notebook. We also have these fabulous mugs. Yes, we do. And also your wardrobe essential, the Dubai iconic hoodie, which I have been wearing representing every Friday.
So guys, just like stay tuned. Maybe Casey will be wearing it tomorrow. So what are you waiting for? Grab your Lovin gear, and now before it's all snapped up.
8:46, let's jump on to our next story. So this is tragic. 9 dogs found in a breeding farm, and they need new homes. Volunteers from a local dog rescue group raised concerns about a breeding farm in Abu Dhabi that's now shutting down.
Well, during a recent visit, the team found the rescued dogs in need of medical care, attention, and loving homes. So if you can help, please contact the Musaffah Dog Project.
So breeding farms often neglect the well-being of animals, resulting in poor living conditions. By adopting from shelters, you save lives and reduce the number of unwanted pets. This story went live on our Lovin Abu Dhabi page. If you'd like further information, go there, or directly to the source, which is the Musaffah Dog Project. They got a call. They went and thank God this breeding farm is shut down, but they said the dogs were not in good health, and luckily they were able to, I think the report that I saw, they were able to take 4 out, but they're looking for maybe people could become a foster, maybe you could adopt a best friend, and there's still dogs there. So anything that you could do in terms of supporting them, the Musaffah Dog Project on Instagram.
And as well, we always talk about how like adopt, don't shop, because the cute puppies, like they look adorable.
This is actual images of the dogs that have been rescued.
They look adorable. It just like really breaks my heart when I would say breeders do not treat dogs as if like they are souls. However, you guys, come on, like a dog can feel, a dog do have their own rights, So just like maybe treat a dog like how you would treat your own baby. So. And like if you want a dog, you can get a companion, and just like adopt and not shop, because it's always like better to save a life rather than just like buy a pet that you would think later on it's like, I don't know, a doll. It's not a doll. It's a dog.
Yeah, so true. 8:48, which means it's just about time to welcome our guest. We are so excited to have her on the show. Real Housewives of Dubai star Saba Yussouf. We're going to talk drama, $1 million nuptials, and of course business success. She'll be with us after this very short break. Welcome back to the Lovin Dubai show, a new icon on your TV screens. Our next guest is Saba Yussouf, a star of Real Housewives of Dubai. She's a housewife / venture capitalist who is redefining what it means to be a powerhouse woman in Dubai. Welcome to the show. Thank you so much for being here.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me.
Of course.
Well, thank you for being here, but I want to just immediately get to the drama. So Celine, sorry about that, but Celine Marie said on Instagram that she thinks you are boring. What was and what's your response?
Okay, let's go for it.
What's your response for that? I don't want to waste time.
I'm good, thank you. How are you? So I'll tell you something about Celine. She is hilarious. She is so funny, and the good thing about her is that she can really take a joke. So we rinse each other online all the time, but then we're texting at the same time, laughing at each other. So I have to give her props for that. So she loves to call me boring. I think that's the one thing she's got on me. And I actually asked myself, am I boring? Maybe I am. But you see, when we were filming, she was just in it for the drama. She was causing drama. I was just busy making deposits in the bank. So maybe that makes me boring.
But I felt like your clapback about AA, that was so is she okay with that behind the scenes?
Honestly, she really can take a joke. And I was joking, of course, but I will stand up for myself when provoked. So if she wants to keep poking, I will keep clapping back.
Are you friends behind the scenes?
We're fine. We're totally fine. You know, I think she did really, really good on the show. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she was a great addition.
Right. Next.
Well, next. I am not here for anything that's light. But yesterday we had Sara and Madani.
Yes. I saw.
Of course you did. But I want to ask, from your point of view, what was the cause of the feud between you and Sara?
You know, I've never really spoken about it before until today, and I wasn't really planning on. Mm-hmm. But since she wanted to delve into it yesterday, I think it is important to clear things up. So earlier this year, I decided to get married, and that's really when the problems started, because she was trying to sort of control my relationship. She was judging me and my decisions, and I thought, hold on, this is not what a friend does. A friend's there for you through thick and thin. They actually support you in your relationship. They're there for you. They ask you if you need any help. And I thought maybe Sarah's just having a bad week, a bad month, whatever. I just kind of ignored it because I love her, and I still do, and I love her son very much. But then over the next few months, this was Q1, Q2 this year, she started sort of threatening me, bullying me, sending me really, really horrible voice notes. And I thought something's going on here, because this is not the Sara I used to know. And of course, I have the voice notes. I haven't played them to anyone because I don't want to show the world who Sara really is. And, you know, I don't want to do that to any other woman. She's a single mum at the end of the day. So I said to Sara, I wrote her and I said, look, we need to end the business. Like, please, let's be professional. Either I will buy you out or you buy me out. Decide. And she just wouldn't reply to me. I said, hello, ping, just let me know about the business. And she said, well, why can't we go ahead with the business? I said, listen, I cannot be in business with bullies. Simple. And she said, you're mixing business and friendship. I said, I absolutely have to. I cannot be in business with someone that is constantly trying to intimidate me. So we reached an agreement, fine. And then she said to me, she said, please, I request you, Saba, can we end the friendship nicely, fairly, respectfully? And I said, Sara, that's a really good idea. Let's do that. So I kind of got on with my life, and I thought she got on with her life. And I didn't hear from her. I never spoke about her. And that's when the lies started quite recently, past 2 months, I'd say. So she was going to my business partners, she was going to my friends and trying to defame me. And she was trying to say, she spoke to my business partners saying that I'm a liar and a fraud in business. And we were just laughing because her nickname is literally Sara Al-Fraudani. I couldn't help but laugh it off. And then I still kept quiet because I thought, no, Sabs, do the right thing. Be respectful. She's a woman. She's a mother. You loved her. Just stay quiet. And I did. And then I think I reached a point where I couldn't be quiet anymore. When she sent me a voice note swearing at me, threatening me, and I just couldn't anymore. And I had to say something. And that's when the press release came out. Yeah, it was, I've never told anyone this, and I didn't really want to. She really, really hurt me, really broke my heart.
It's so interesting. We spoke with Sara about this yesterday, and you know, you're watching this kind of glamorous TV show, I guess, and then the cameras are off and this kind of whole tangle of web seems to be ongoing. So, but rather than getting into the nitty and gritty, because I feel now that you've both had the platform to share your sides, what have you learned from that?
What I've learned is people that talk behind your back, there's a reason why they're behind you, and I will never forget that. So just if people are talking behind your back, just ignore it. And also when people are trying to show you who they are, just open your eyes and listen, because I'm a loyal friend. So I was trying to make excuses for her and I kept trying. And like I said, I'm not going to go into the details. I do not need to slate Sarah. I don't need to tell people details of what she tried to do to me. But I will trust my gut a bit more, trust my instinct a bit more. And I hope I make better choices in the future. And I also actually learned, I've recently moved to Dubai, I actually learned that Dubai really protects you, which is nice because I had a chat with my lawyer and he said that, look, everything that she has said to your business partners actually counts as a defamation case. You're really protected in the UAE, and swearing at someone over WhatsApp is illegal last time I checked in the UAE. So I just want to thank Dubai actually for really giving me my rights.
Let's be careful on this in terms of the legalities of this conversation. Maybe we'll switch away from Real Housewives for a second. We saw your bio online, and it was just not what we would expect for a typical housewife. So I'd like to read a part of it. So with a background in economics from Cass Business School, you began your career at Ernst & Young, making your mark. And at 28, you played a pivotal investment in the Nanoterra Group. I think raising quite a lot of money. And this is a company focused on sustainable energy innovations. This is not a typical housewife. So what inspired you to join the show?
I think it's because I'm not typical, that's why I wanted to do it. So when I got offered, and I must always thank Sarah for giving me that opportunity. I got to give credit where it's due. She did bring me on. I'm always grateful for that. So I thought to myself, what should I do? And I thought, I'm in business, I'm in a serious business, I'm a minority ethnic group, I don't think I should do this. And then I thought, come on, Sabs, accept this challenge, do it, try to put yourself out there, which is quite hard for me. And I just wanted to represent Pakistani women that are not the typical usual type or the stereotype that we're used to. You know, we all look and live very differently, and that is what I wanted to promote, and I hope to do more of that. You know, talk about business. You don't have to look a certain way to be smart or be successful. Just do whatever you want, how you want to do it.
Well, aside from being a housewife, tell me about Saba behind the cameras.
You know, on my social media, I think I look really cool. But in fact, I'm just not at all. I love to be home. I love to be with my dogs. I love to be with my husband. And I like peace. So that's what I'm really aiming for in life. And when you work in sustainability or helping socioeconomic stability in countries or helping health equity in human beings, you get a lot of fulfillment back. So you don't feel the need to go search for much more. I just live quite a quiet, boring life, as Talene said.
Wow. So interesting, because obviously you've joined a show that's famous for like catfighting between women. So what was that like for you, especially joining season 2? Because I feel like at that point the clicks are already there, the drama's already cemented. So how was it like for you entering the show?
So actually, if you look on camera, most of my scenes I'm in the background with my mouth open, looking like a dodo, because I'm so shocked at what's happening. I just wasn't used to it. But then every episode I would learn more and more, okay, this is a job. People are just rubbing each other the wrong way. Let's just fix it. Let's work it out. And honestly, I got to get to know the women a bit more. And I'm not in the business of really making new friends. I really like my old friends. And I got to meet some amazing women. The show pushed me to put myself out there a bit more and get to know people, because I was a bit closed off. But the drama is hilarious, and I hope that everyone can just kind of sort it out, be civil with each other, and be friends.
Well, of course, you are the first Pakistani housewife.
Yes.
So how do you feel that your presence on the show is impacting Pakistani women in Dubai?
You know, I get a lot of emails from Pakistani women in Dubai saying just thank you so much for doing this, because I think only women understand how brave you have to be to do this. I don't think men get it. It's so hard, and I'm not some feminist or we hate men kind of person. I want to put myself out there as a woman, and I'm getting good feedback because I get emails, you know, from women saying, thank you so much for showing me this. Like, I have more hope to pursue my startup or something like that, because it takes just one to push our Pakistani community forward. Then another person has to come in and be brave and do it again. And speaking of women, honestly, I wouldn't have been able to get through the last 6 months if it wasn't for my husband, who's a man. So I think it's both. You know, I receive so much strength and support from him. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for him. So he, as a man, is actually helping me support more women. Right. It's really nice.
Well, they always say behind a strong man is a strong woman, and I guess vice versa.
Yeah, absolutely.
Speaking of your husband, we know that you announced you are already married, but you'd also like $1 million wedding next year. Tell us about that.
There's a lot of rumors floating around about the cost of my wedding. Yes, we are married. We did our Islamic marriage this year, but we're planning for our wedding next year. And yeah, I don't know how much it's going to cost, but I think my husband should be more worried about my ring, because I'm still designing it.
You're designing your own ring.
He's in the back sweating right now. So let's see. And I would actually love to invite all the housewives to my wedding. I would love for them to be there, except one, of course.
Well, tell us a little bit more about the wedding. Like, where is it going to be? Tell us about the ring.
It will be in Dubai.
How much is it going to cost?
No, it will be in Dubai for sure. We're planning a few days. I think my husband's side wants to host one day. My dad will host the other day. And we want to do one really fun night and then one sort of more cultural night where I'll be wearing, you know, the cultural Pakistani outfits. And I haven't chosen my designer for the Pakistani outfit, but for my Western outfit, Dina Melwani, who lives in Dubai, she will be dressing me. She'll be creating my outfit, and all the bridesmaids' outfits will be designed by Rebel Avenue.
Love this.
Beautiful. That is actually beautiful. But it seems like you're having really something like big. Like it's huge.
It's gonna be big. Yeah.
For sure. But like we know that the Ambanis got married earlier. So were you inspired by that?
To be honest, their whole look and the aesthetic of the wedding is not really my thing.
Okay.
I think because I grew up in London, so we have this kind of British look that we like. We want it to be a little bit low key, but it will definitely be fun. That I can guarantee. Not because of me, because my husband is fun. I'm quite boring, like you said, but he will definitely make it fun.
He's like, thanks, Mom. We look forward to those photos already, even if it's a year down the line.
Thank you.
A quick question on the business side. So as the first housewife to kind of speak about venture capitalism, successfully raising 73 million in one deal, what advice would you give to women out there? Everyone in Dubai wants a side hustle. Everyone wants to try something new. What advice would you give to women wanting to break into the investment world?
I think, what's really unfortunate is that women are just so underrepresented as founders. So that's why I'm actively trying to find women through my social media to pitch to me so that I can give them a chance through the venture capitalist firm. I thought, why not go through social media? So if you are a startup founder at any stage of the business, please do get in touch so that we can consider your company. If you don't want to go through me, which is totally fine, what I would suggest is just focus on one thing. So what I've seen with founders, and I used to be like that, is that they focus on trying to do everything. So when they're presenting to a founder or they're cold calling a private equity firm, it's messy. I think just stick to one thing, one pain point that you're successfully solving so that we immediately know, oh, I get it. That's it.
Interesting.
Have you got a lot of responses on that link? Because I saw it on your profile.
Did you? Yeah, I have.
Interesting.
So I only have, I think, Mondays available, and sometimes I would just wake up and see loads of bookings, and they're from women all over the world.
That's amazing.
Not even the UAE. And you get to meet so many women that are doing amazing things that I just would not know about because they don't know how to get their company out there. So that's the point of what I'm doing. That's the point of what you're doing here today as well.
Amazing.
I mean, that is amazing. So at the beginning of the interview, I immediately jumped to the tea. But I had a question in mind, is that you publicly announced that you were ending the friendship between you and Sara Al-Madani. But why did you decide to actually publicly, why did you feel like it was very necessary to announce that?
That's a really good question. And again, it's one that I haven't answered before, but happy to do so today. So I was getting a lot of pressure from my business associates that, you know, you're affiliated with someone, this woman is your business partner, it's, you know, not looking good, this and that. And I said, no, we're not business partners anymore. And they said, look, we need some legal proof. So this is what business people do. They just issue a statement. And I hardly have any followers on Twitter. So I didn't think anyone would care. And I woke up to like 100,000 views and hundreds of reposts and hundreds of comments. And I had like 90% support. But I know some people accuse me of trying to do it for attention, but it was actually a legal thing. You actually legally have to separate yourself from a person that you're in business with. We had also filmed a lot of business scenes together. I didn't make the cut, but I didn't know. So I was legally affiliated with an individual, and I respectfully just removed myself. It was just a legal thing that I had to do for my business partners, and I had no idea it would go so viral.
Is there anything else that you haven't shared that you think the audience would like to know?
I think I have said a lot today that I hadn't planned to, but I would just like to offer advice not to just a specific person who also wanted to leave me some advice yesterday, that you don't have to lie to be successful. I think you can be honest and be successful, and I'll just leave it there.
Let's say that that's for everyone watching the show, and it's aimed at absolutely no one in particular, to be on the safe side for us.
Well, as well, you mentioned something earlier that kept on like sticking in my head, which is like, if I wanted cheap attention, I would be playing your voice notes. Yeah. Okay, so is this true, and what do you mean by that? Like, give us like.
So it was funny that Sarah actually went to the effort to go on Photoshop and create a book with how to get on season 3 for beginners. So she went to a lot of effort in reply to my professional statement. So she was insinuating that I put the statement out there for attention. So I just think that if I wanted attention from the whole world, I would play very incriminating voice notes that I'm not going to do, because like I said, I want Sarah to win in life. I don't need to defame her. I just want to be away from her. That's all. So I don't plan on playing those voice notes. Happy to play them to her, but I'm not going to go and play them to the whole world, because I think that would be wrong of me.
Very quickly, season 3, rumors, castmates, is it even happening? What do you know?
You know what? I have no idea. I'm always the last one to find out everything. So you're asking the wrong person. I have no idea. But I think a season 3 would be great. You know, I've made my own friendships on the show, and we really do have a laugh. Caroline Brooks, I have just seen so much sweetness in her heart day by day off camera, and so much integrity. And like Lisa, she's really inspired me for when I'm a mother. I'm not a mother yet, but I've learned so much from her. So I have a lot of time for these ladies. And whether or not the show goes on, I will definitely keep my friendships.
Interesting. You know what we're going to do very shortly before you leave? Because we love your fashion, we're going to play a game of Hot or Not, the fashion segment with Saba Yussouf. But first, I'm going to run and get our buzzer, if you don't mind.
Oh, this is so fun.
I love your set. It's amazing.
I wanted to match the Lovin Dubai logo.
Well, you did. I mean, this is the Lovin Dubai color.
Yeah.
Yes, it's giving, and we are jealous.
Okay. Well,
can I? Okay.
So you want to try it?
Yeah, it works, everyone.
It works. What a lovely sound to wake up to. So we're going to name things that are in or out of fashion, and if you like it, you tell us it's hot, and if you don't like it,
let's go. I'm ready.
Okay. Old money style.
In.
Oh. If it's in, you just like say in. If it's not, you.
Okay. In, I'll dance. Okay. In.
Okay.
You're giving old money. Low-rise jeans are coming back.
In.
Really?
Yeah, I think they look so good. Oh yeah, I'm here for it.
Lord. Okay.
So the gym. Let's just keep notes of that. So for fashion.
But you know, if you style it well, your top doesn't need to be high.
Yeah.
Right. So you can show that silhouette of a low rise, but shows your curves, but keep your top long. Then you're winning.
I'll need to see that in picture form after the show.
Interesting. We need to start working out then. Okay. Well, capri pants.
Out.
Really?
Yeah, no way.
We've seen Kendall Jenner wear them.
I know, but I've seen her wear a lot that I don't agree with.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah. Are these the same thing? I don't even know what these are. Cargo pants.
Out. They were never in.
What's the difference? They're both baggy and...
Cargo, the ones with the like obscene amount of pockets going down the side, like you're in the army. It's just not necessary. It's not feminine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Okay.
Well, shoulder pads.
I'm wearing them today, so in.
They are cute.
Show them first. And then finally, Crocs.
Out 100%. Like how they got that $1 billion valuation, I don't get it. I don't understand their business model. They should only be for kids because they're comfortable, and they should not make them for adults.
So glad I'm not wearing. Oh no, I wear. Okay, so one more Birkenstocks.
No, don't even go there. That valuation was more than the Crocs valuation in the business community, and I just wanted to cry. Like no woman or man looks good in Birkenstocks.
So glad I'm not wearing mine right now.
I'm just like, okay.
Yeah, nice loafers.
Thank you.
Saba Yussouf, thank you so much.
No, thank you for having me.
Thank you for being
You guys
here.
are so lovely. Thank you.
Thank you very much for joining us on the show.
My
Thank
pleasure.
you, Farah.
Thank you, Casey.
And that brings us to the end of the Lovin Dubai show on this fabulous Thursday morning. We'll see you back here tomorrow morning, same time, same place. Bye-bye.